Hi, I'm T. Waldron. I'm trying to get my cat Pumpkin up here on her chair. Come on, Pumpkin. You can do it. I believe in you. Come on. She knows what time it is. She just can't figure it out. Come on, you can do it. I'm just going the roundabout way. There she is over there. Let's see. Good job, Pumpkin. You made it. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Again, I'm T. Waldron. This is my cat Pumpkin. She's 17 and she's still very spry. We're here for a little bit of gratitude with attitude. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Let's do a little bit of deep breathing to ground ourselves and become present. And then I have a really interesting topic today, which is actually a new video that I didn't expect to shoot last night, but I did. And it's in the editing process now. But anyway, let's do some deep breathing and then we will delve into that information. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And inhale through your nose. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for being here. You made it. And out through your mouth. We're slowing our breath down, slowing our nervous system down, and going within. And as we inhale, you're going to inhale relaxation and exhale any stress or tension. Yeah. And inhale. And exhale. And you can continue breathing slowly and deeply. So yesterday I saw this brand new video from Chase Hughes, and I want to talk about it because it was so good. It was 6 layers of reality, which we are into these days. Good morning. Yeah, it's laundry day, Art. That's what the green's about, but thank you. Yeah, we're getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, let's make it intentional. Yeah, so the 6 layers of reality by Chase Hughes. I hope you're having a great morning. And also thank you to our moderator, Imran Hossain, for keeping the chat positive and full of mom energy, and also for being a great SEO YouTube specialist for our channel. Okay, so Chase Hughes' video is entitled, and this was wild. We are livestock. It was all a lie. That's very dramatic. And I said, wow, Chase, you're going dramatic. But you know what? His content backed it up. So it's really interesting. So I'm not going to give away the whole thing, but I'll tell you what, I took like 5 main takeaways from it. And I, of course, came home and took notes because there's a lot to it and I want to make sure I get it right. So he says, our reality is carefully curated. We're living in a symbolic layer. And in the past, our reality was direct experience. We would physically go and talk to people or visit our neighbors or interact with people at the store. And now we're online, we're interacting through a screen, or we're getting information through our TV, through our computers, through our phones, and we're not witnessing things in real life as much. And we're not interacting with people as much in real life. So he says that we're living in a symbolic layer, and my take on that, he used a bunch of examples, but my example that I created was that talking points have replaced nuanced ideas and understanding of each other. Hey, Rudra, welcome. So, because we hear things on the news and we may turn to different channels, and oftentimes it's the same exact words on the different channels. There's no various points. There's no real information. It's more curated sound bites. So he said, out of the 6 layers of reality, layer 1 is mediated reality. And people adopt symbols. And this we can notice in our social media, which is run by metrics, algorithms. The things you like, the things you spend time on appear more often in your algorithm, appear more often on your feed. And that's with good reason. Oh, I'm from the East Coast of the U.S., Rudra. Welcome. Where are you from? Hey, Dustin. Welcome. So, yeah, the metrics, the algorithms, visibility, approval. You know, we can only have signs that are approved by the other culture. You know, this cancel culture. This, you know, what are we saying? Is the group going to accept it? We have to be very, very mindful of everything we say, and not to say that there is good reason for that, but also many groups, if you say one thing off that is your own opinion and perhaps disagrees with the group idea, you are under the threat of getting kicked out of that group, which is very different. Oh, welcome from India. Nice to meet you as well. And again, welcome back, Dustin. Nice to see ya. Yeah, so he calls these conditioning signals. And, you know, even just by having a various presence online, doing various things online that may be more popular or less popular, you just have to watch what you're putting online, because then you get trolled and attacked if you care about that. So that can control our behavior and have us behave certain ways. Oh, this is interesting. What's rewarded gets repeated. So what they would like us to follow, or how they would like us to be, gets repeated. And what's ignored disappears. So it's very curated. Our whole online presence, our whole online experience, and we may not even realize it. So this also causes us to lose our connections to our feelings. And we're losing touch with our bodily functions, with our feelings. Hey, Hordy, welcome. Nice to see you. Okay, and then this was an interesting concept. Information answers questions, and content stimulates responses. So that's pretty powerful. So again, this whole video is really, really good, but these are just some takeaways that I had. And they've replaced info with content. So we're not really getting the information. We're getting a curated bit of content. There are certain facts that are focused on, and there are certain facts that are ignored or buried, and to create this narrative. And why? You know, why do they do this? Well, to hijack our time, attention, emotions, and energy, which is very nefarious. So, and the way they do this is by creating these interesting things that we will find interesting, these interesting feeds, because it prevents us from silencing our minds and going within. And that's where our true power lies. So, yeah. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you concur, Art, because you're a expert on this stuff as well. Yeah, and thank you, Horty. I appreciate that. Yeah, so the silence is our secret weapon against all this stuff, which it's so simple. It's difficult because we can be so addicted to the scrolling and the consuming the TV and watching movies over and over, playing the games. They're all distractions, and they're fine in moderation. If we can do it, I'm not good with chocolate. I can't have just a little bit of chocolate. I can't keep it in my house. So depending on your ability to, contain yourself, you may have to, do a social media detox. And I know people that have done it, and it has changed their entire outlook in life, because they didn't realize how plugged in they were, how manipulated by the system they were, until they stepped away. And it was hard. It wasn't easy, but they did it, and they're different people now. They're like, wow, I had a totally different view of the world when I was consuming all that social media. So this was interesting. So again, our silence is our strength, because that's where our thinking happens, and that's where I find truth, is in the silence. I do my own reading. I consume the content I want to consume, and on the TVs and on the screens, nothing is resolved. It's crisis after crisis. Just before one crisis resolves, and they never do resolve, another one comes in, and then it's another crisis, and then another one comes in, and it's another crisis. And if you don't see this pattern, look back at the news for the past few months, or any months. Take your pick, because it's been happening repeatedly over our whole history. And what he said, this causes, and this is cool, identity fragmentation. So we don't even know who we are. We're like, oh my gosh, look at this crisis. I feel terrible about this. Oh no, look at that crisis. We don't even have a chance to get to know ourselves and to know how we feel about it. We're feeling whatever we feel towards these crises, and we don't have a chance to regulate our nervous system. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Art. Clickbait and addiction. So true. And thank you, Rudra. I'll tell her that. Yeah. Pumpkin, you have a fan. Well, you know what, Rudra? You're not alone. You've got us. we're here. Yeah, but it is nice having a pet in the house. Hopefully you can get a plant. Maybe you can. I couldn't have a pet for a long time, so I got myself a plant. And that was another life form to live with. Let's see. Dustin, yes, I'm a news YouTube addict. Yes, it's consuming my life. I don't get anything done. I got to work. Absolutely. Because you know what? What are you accomplishing by consuming the news? And I'm not saying, you're a bad person. It is designed to get us addicted. It is designed to rile us up, to get our emotions going. And I'll talk about that in a second. But if you can sort of find a way to become a creator, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, then it replaces that need for consuming. And then you can switch over to creator mode. And that's where your power lies, Dustin. And I appreciate you saying that, because you're not alone. There's, oh my gosh, it's most of us. And I find myself, if I put my phone on, I was getting work done, and then somebody walked in on me the other day. They go, "Are you looking at your phone while you're supposed to be working?" I'm like, yeah. So, I mean, I know about this stuff, and I'm trying not to do it, and it happens. It's addicting. But he goes on to say, I'm almost done with this, nuance slows reaction time, and they can't market to us when we are in nuance. So really, things are usually black or white, right or wrong. You have to pick one side or the other side, and then we fight each other. So that is another way that we lose our power. So I'm going to skip ahead because he does 6 layers. I told you the first one, which was mediated reality. The 6th layer is politics or performance. The 6th layer is called theater of power, which this goes right along with what we were just talking about. In politics, it's just a stage. There's visibility, there's signaling, there's alignment, there's performative outrage, and symbolic gestures. And he said, if you watch a hearing, if you watch, the hearing proceedings, and I'm like, oh, thank God there's a hearing on this, right? It makes us feel better because they're talking about it, and there's people testifying or doing whatever they're going to do, or speaking before the group, going on record. What happens after the hearing? What results? What changes? Usually nothing, or something small, if anything at all. So, and also scandals. He mentions this. And I love this, that he brings up, and this has been on everybody's news. Why are the Epstein criminals not going to jail? There is so much evidence about different people. Has anyone, except for Epstein or Ghislaine, gone to jail? No. And we're just obsessed with all this content. It's distractions. I'm not saying bad stuff isn't happening, but what results are changing? What has changed from this information? I'm sorry I'm ranting, but it's just, this video really hit me hard last night as I was driving. And plus I was in traffic, so I was extra activated. I was like in my car going, you're right, Chase. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. You can't understand why I'm saying that? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so the ideas of empirical right and wrong, of morality, is replaced with team loyalty in this environment. Okay, and that can be also seen by our politics here in the U.S. The Democrats versus the Republicans, the Trumpers versus the liberals, the MAGA versus the Joe Biden people, whatever. We're pitted against each other constantly. And it's endless conflict with no resolution. And the goal is keeping us engaged. keeping us engaged and activated, emotional. If we are consuming the content, we're addicted to it, then we're also primed to buy things. Maybe we want to buy something to make ourselves feel better. So that's my thought. You know, it's all sort of built together. And I'll end with this: whoever controls the story controls our behavior. So, you know, they create these stories where, you know, we're the good guys coming into this country and invading it. We're the bad guys coming into the country and invading it. Whatever the story is. It's really shocking that we're manipulated this way. Okay? But the beauty of it is, hey, Dr. D, nice to see you. I'm good. I was just fired up about this Chase Hughes video I saw yesterday. It just came out yesterday, and it's really good. I'll put the link in the description in a little while. But he talks about how there are 6 layers to reality. And I talked about the first and the 6th one. You got to check out the video to see the rest of them, because his whole video, it's full of very interesting ideas that can open your eyes and awaken you. So how can we awaken ourselves? Number 1, having these type of discussions, listening to this comment, being exposed to different ideas other than our typical things that we consume. That's a good one. Reading versus, you know, just watching stuff online. You can do audible books if that's your jam, but consuming different information, even from different eras, you know, because, you know, we say, oh, we act as though we're the smartest or whatever. There were brilliant thinkers back in the day, and we sometimes forget that those are resources we have such access to, and we can get to that. And a lot of times, some of these books are, you know, can be online, or you can join Audible, whatever you need, or libraries are amazing resources. By going within, by starting to know and love yourself, that's the way we can get power back as well. By doing the hard things in life, by getting up early, going to the gym, whatever you find that may be a little bit difficult to get you out of your comfort zone, because getting to know yourself, for me, was really uncomfortable, and it still can be from time to time. But now I know when something's uncomfortable, it's a chance for me to grow. It's a chance for me to change and become better or stronger or more educated. Whatever it is, it's going to be something beneficial if it's something good. So it may not feel awesome at the time, but once it's done, I become a better or stronger person, and it's totally worth it. Every time it's been worth it. And even things that seem like they're not enjoyable eventually become beneficial, right? Thank you. Yes, Pumpkin agrees. Let's see what you guys are up to. Yeah, I'm T Waldron. Yeah, thanks for asking, Rudra. Yeah, nice to see you. Bedside Cookie. I love that name. That's awesome. I love to see everybody's handles on here. But yeah, so we have a lot of power. We have a lot of things we can do. It's going within, it's quieting our minds. I know this is said a million times, but there's a reason for it. Journaling. I've got, where is it? My journal is right here. Every morning I spend 10 minutes, and sometimes I have nothing to say. Sometimes I just say, thank you, God, for my life. Thank you. And I just try to think of things I'm grateful for. But if you sit for 10 minutes and write in your book, sometimes I'm longer. If I have more time, it's luxurious. I get a cup of coffee and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to sit and journal, and I have stuff I want to say, or history that I want to write down in here, or it's stress that I want to get out of my mind and on a page, and then I don't have to carry it. Things like this are going within and empowering ourselves and taking control of our bodies and of our lives. And it's beautiful. Okay, my rant is over. So I hope that helps you guys. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, No Filter Boss. I appreciate that. Thank you. And yeah, so I just shot this long form video. Imran, I'm warning you, I'm editing the video today, and I'll try to get it over to you tonight. So we can post this, because it's really good stuff about Chase Hughes, and then I'll put a link to his video so you guys can watch it. And I would love to know what you think. If anybody does watch it, tune in tomorrow. I'm going to be on at 8 p.m. and we can get anybody's thoughts on that. And also, if you have any ideas how to be your best self, I would love that. So thank you so much. From myself to yourself, thanks for joining me on the journey. I know, she is, Pumpkin is hungry. Thanks for noticing, Dustin. And I put avocado oil on my arm, so I think she's trying to smell it. We're gonna eat now, okay? Are you hungry? Yeah, she's hungry. I gotta go. Have a great day, everybody. From myself to yourself, thanks for joining us on this journey. Come on, Pumpkin, let's go. Bye.